Кстати, вот легкий десерт люди берут вместо торта в Артья есть коробочки под этот рулет, под разный размер. Украсить можно ягодами, особо не заморачиваться. Ну, я
Да, что фоткай быстрее. Я уже тебя не видела. Постарайся. Капец. Нет, он трескается, но все равно он мягкий. Очень мягкий, прямо липкий. Так, и что теперь его надо?
Hello everyone! This is my third biggest video and the first video in English on my YouTube channel. I didn't post any videos like this for about 5 years, so you can't even imagine how I'm happy to be here with you again. So, let's get acquainted. My name is Jane and I don't know what I truly want of this life. The main problem is that I don't know what's going on with me. It feels like there's nothing left of me. A few years ago, I could read books, do some sports, just dream about different things like having good knowledge of English. But now I don't want to do anything. It seems like only my body and a small part of my consciousness are left of me. That's why I want to change my life for it to be more interesting. Yay! Can you see this? Some kind of smoke. Again. Now they're clean. Gave.
Learn English by watching TV. The channel Learn English with TV series might be a perfect channel. The presenters show clips from famous English language TV series and explain the expressions, words, and technical vocabulary. Another great channel for
The first thing I wanted to change is my English. About 8 years ago, I had an English tutor, so she gave me a strong base that helped me a lot at school. I studied English with her from 5th to 8th grade, and that was really hard and interesting. The hardest thing about learning with this teacher is her cruelty. She could yell at you and even beat you a little, for example through textbooks or notebooks at you just because you didn't understand a lesson topic. And that was some kind of discipline. Therefore, absolutely everyone who went to her lesson was in complete horror. I had to part with this teacher due to moving to another city, and since that time I no longer touched to the study of English. I tried to look for another tutors who could replace this woman, but I couldn't. Their methods were not similar with her methods of study, which is why I couldn't work with them. So in 9th grade, I passed the state exam in English and gave up. For some reason, I thought that I have no future without this teacher. I'm used to that. In order to understand something, I need someone to shout at me, or in order to memorize one word, I need to write it for about 200 or more times. And it seems to me now that it's terrible and ineffective. So why I told that this method is ineffective? By writing you can remember a lot of information, but you spend a lot of time on it. And my biggest mistake was trying to remember everything that way, and as a result, I forgot how to perceive information in a different method. I began to think that I was dumb and have problems with my memory. And over a time, I studied myself. It was easier for me to think that I was stupid and do nothing than to develop. I was sitting at home and even stopped reading books. For 7 years, I got worse and worse, but I didn't attach any importance to this. And it all turned into a generalized anxiety disorder. All this time, I dreamed but did nothing to fulfill my desires. I littered my room, and it was hard for me to get out of bed in the morning and go to wash my face, which is why sometimes I did it in the evening. Moving to another city was a big step in my life, for which, as it turned out, I wasn't ready. At first, it all started with sleepless nights. I couldn't sleep until 4 a.m. and had to go to school at 7. It happened almost every day except weekends. And for some reason, neither me nor my parents did anything about it. It lasted for 2 years, and after that, it began to manifest itself not so often. But even then, it began to seem to me that I was going crazy. By having gathered all my strength, I quit out the studies at my university and turned to a psychotherapist who prescribed me a course of antidepressants. And a year and a half later, I'm here with you trying to clean my room. All this 1.5 years after leaving the university, I lived with my parents. Antidepressant treatment helped me a lot, and now it's time to move forward. I had a lot of time to think about what I want to do in this life and what goals I might have. Creating my own YouTube blog was my biggest dream. For many years, I didn't dare to make a video because of embarrassment or because I didn't know what my videos should be about. Now I want to overcome this fear. I want to do what I like and not be afraid. I'm tired of living with the feeling that I'm missing something, the feeling that everyone lives and I just stand still and do nothing. At the beginning of this video, I said that I would like to make my life more interesting. It took me a lot of time to edit it, and it was quite exciting. When I tried to create my very first video 5 years ago, I suffered for a long time, because of which I was very upset and felt that YouTube was not what I needed to do. Now I understand that to create it, I needed a reason or people who support me in difficult times. Thanks to this, I didn't stop making this video even when my relatives said that I was doing nonsense, and didn't stop editing it when something didn't work out. The fact that you're watching this video is a good sign. At the end of it, I would like to thank you if you have watched it up to this point. It means a lot to me. Before trying to create it, I was inspired by the work of Jonna Jington and thought that I could record spoken videos, but as you may have guessed, my English was not so good, so I had to compose the text and then voice it. I hope that in the near future this will be not a problem for me and my spoken English will become much better. Remember, it's never late to learn something new. Always listen to your heart and accept yourself as you are. You are not alone. Love you with all my heart and see you in the next video.